Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Monday, May 18th, 2026. ETH Global introduces the continuity track. Carl Beek departs the Ethereum Foundation. Aave upgrades its Savings Go stablecoin and also fully restores Aave v3 WETH market parameters. All this and more starts right after this message. ETH Daily sponsorships are now open. Reach over 10,000 Ethereum native subscribers every weekday. Learn more at ethdaily.io/sponsor. ETH Global announced the Continuity Track, a new hackathon format that lets builders hack with existing code. The change brings two new participation paths alongside the classic From Scratch track. Teams can extend an open source repo they already maintain or ship a new feature to a private product, releasing whatever they build over the weekend as open source. The hack timeline remains the same with a 36-hour clock and teams of up to 5. But the empty repo role is no longer the only option. For the first time in 8 years since the hackathon started, builders can arrive with existing code. The new continuity track is debuting at ETH Global New York from June 12th through the 14th, featuring $200,000 in prizes. Applications for ETH Global New York close on June 8th. Ethereum developer Carl Beek announced that May 29th will be his last day at the Ethereum Foundation, becoming the latest in a string of notable departures from the organization. Beek joined the Ethereum Foundation at the age of 23 and contributed to some of Ethereum's most significant technical milestones, including the KZG ceremony and early beacon chain architecture. Beek also co-authored EAP 7935 to raise the mainnet gas limit and authored QuickSlot's EAP 8198 for reducing slot duration. His departure follows a wave of recent EF exits since Tomas Zanzak stepped down in February 2025, including Trent Van Epps, Barnabe Monats, Tim Bako, Raul Kripalini, and Ethereum researcher Julian Ma, who also announced his departure today. Danny Ryan and Tancred Weiss left the Ethereum Foundation in 2024 and 2025. Aave has upgraded its Savings Go product to a new ERC 4626 compliance vault. The savings yield now accrues directly in the share-to-asset conversion rate with no weekly Merkle claims, no lockup period, and no rehypothecation of deposited funds. Savings Go, or SGO, is a yield-bearing token that accrues interest over time. The upgrade also brings Go Router, a stateless routing contract that enables USDC to SGO conversions in a single transaction. ERC 4626 allows DeFi protocols to build on top of any vaults without needing custom integrations. Legacy staked Go holders must migrate manually, as rewards on the old contracts will be reduced over a 7-week transition schedule. Aave has also fully restored the loan-to-value ratios across all v3 WETH market deployments affected by the RSETH exploit, including Ethereum Core, Ethereum Prime, Arbitrum Base, Mantle, and Linea. Parameters are now set to their pre-incident values. Kelpdao is also consolidating its RSETH bridging support, dropping support for 20 chains effective June 15th. Holders on these select chains are urged to bridge back to Ethereum mainnet, with post-deadline recovery available for a 100 USDC fee. Compound, Euler, and Aave have successfully liquidated the attackers' collateral positions. The restorations bring a soft close to the DeFi United recovery initiative. In other news, 8 EAPs are scheduled for inclusion in Glamsterdam. Bitmine now holds 5.27 million Ether. Varus suffers an $11.5 million exploit on its Ethereum bridge, and the EF PSE team introduces SpeakUp. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.